what to do. Switching levels. All right, that's going to be the next thing. Switching levels. Advancing from level 1 to level 2, so on and so forth. Let's take a guess at how this is going to work. Can I at least do something? I'm guessing event trigger switch level or something, which may or may not do a series of things. I'll start with that approach. Just load scene. I feel like load level would do that. When a scene loads, maybe I can do like a level start. I guess, how do I do a level end? I guess I would never do that as part of an event. I don't know. Doesn't really do anything. Is there a reason that I would do this? Because it acts the exact same way. Yeah, that would then wait until done. Wouldn't really even matter. Just do a series of events. Update. Done.
Hey, that worked. Total coins 12,468. Okay. Maybe socket. How do I turn a string back into a JSON object?
JSON parse.
Okay, JSON parse parentheses inside have the thing.
Yeah. So I'm gonna have I need to know. Wait. Let me end. I need to know what level this is. I can get that from.
Says JSON parse is not defined. What's I mean the caps.
Level.
Oh, it's JSON dot parse. That is success data.
World equals doubles. Instance. World. Okay.
Why are there only 50 though? See how I can change the request.
I think I'm going to modify the action text. What is this? Do I have something like that? Where did I put that thing? Power up. explosion settings, carry bullets, ships. So the UI, HUD. What the hell? Oh, special text, that's what it's called. Special text.
Yeah, the response with a query. Okay, a series of statistics regarding the requested list. Note that this stats list, its scope includes coins outside the limit. Note that the stats, its scope includes coins outside the limit, e.g. Oh, I see. The response of a query with a limit of 50 coins returns 50 coins, obviously, while the stats depicts the amount of coins available, etc. Without this limit, which may be much higher number.
Text. I could just make it. Here it has some kind of flashing text.
That's total coins. Oh, it's just a number, not an array.
Instead of that, I could instantiate text elements that fly across the screen. What is text?
Why is there a limit of 50 though? How do I change that? Default value, size range 0 to 100. That is put where? It's used for pagination.
So, what is this? A mesh renderer and text mesh. Copy this. Paste.
Is there a syntax for adding a query parameter to the end of a string or the end of a URL?
A syntax?
Yeah, so like if the query parameter is limit, do I add question mark limit equals value onto the end of the string? Like, is that the syntax?
Yeah, you can do that.
Okay, let's see.
If it's the first variable.
So.
The question mark denotes the beginning of the list of variables.
I did see that they have a couple variables that it's almost identical, except there's like an open and close brackets. So it would be like question mark symbol open bracket close bracket equals value.
That's possible that they could require a format like that, or the bracket could denote just a placeholder, like, you know, put X in place of this.
Yeah, I'm not too familiar with that. Okay, coin data. It's still 50. Oh, duh. Data server. Save.
Text. That. So level manager will
Did that.
Special text generator. Undo that. It's just going to be game text. Okay. So what this will do is tell the level manager. Okay, I kind of get it.
100 coins. Okay, that was the format. It accepted it. So this is good. Now I have 100 coins. Okay, this is a good resource so far. And I think those limitations open up if I pay for it monthly. But hobbyist starts at $10 a month if it adds up. These objects. Beautiful. I got all this extra data I don't even fucking need. This server's good now.
Text. Game text, what? Text prefab. Okay, let me get a position. Guess vector 3.0. I could just return this. And if we were to match it like that. Text, that's not public. Text dot text equals text. Okay. I think that's it. Okay. That's a special text. Doesn't have to flash color, flash width, flash speed.
There's 55 different
list of game text objects. And these game text objects are going to be each individual letter that are going to fly into the screen.
We need an icon to pull up. So the different coins is good.
I'm curious about here. Is that I wonder if I'm going to have to child these to the HUD to get them to scale.
But for each coin, look for
Seems like I
but
might
the
have
value
to.
needs to change.
And as the camera size changes, well, that doesn't do much. The HUD scale? Forgot how that's set up.
Alright, so
Camera scale changes.
comparing against that's some
Game camera. Zoom. It does change the scale.
I see. Whoops. Okay, so
Three.
coin data. That'll be data.data.
That. And the size would be 1.8. And that works out
Data.
3.28. Okay.
Data.
Yeah, just do that. Okay, so I need the HUD. Does the camera have the HUD? I just attached to the camera directly.
Data.
So
What?
do something dumb here. There. Awake. What's up with this? Oh yeah, a list of game text objects, each one being a letter. Letters.
Icon. It's being rendered.
Okay, so I'm gonna do something like So need some kind of text to set. Okay. Word. So that's the thing. Don't even need that. I just have to set this word. As long as I set the word, it'll start going. I will instantiate all the characters first. Not exactly knowing how far apart they have to be. Let's see. Just gonna kind of gauge it here. Word equals word dot. Substring start index of 1. What does that actually do? There's no word dot length is greater than 1. That plus word equals blank. Okay. Game text header equals header dot.
Damn it! This fix does the same thing, but differently. Fuck! I'm done with trying to fix that. No way, Jose.
Grab the first letter. Get not width, but initial size dot
Initial size.
x. count times 2 letters in add letter. Alright, that should be good for that. Have the special text and then just tell it what letter to use. Special text object doesn't have anything inside of it anymore. Don't care about that. Okay, special text power up. Put this in the scene. And just tell it the word is testing. It should create the word testing. Or not. Oh yeah, okay. So this should generate the word testing. Or not. Wait a second. Oh, text object, yeah, that doesn't exist. The only reason I had it was to change the color. Alright, we got some text here. T-E-S. Alright, that's fine. The camera apparently didn't have an initial size yet. Sets it on a week, so that doesn't make sense. Probably because I never reset the position. Of course I did. Right. Okay. Alright. It's not bad. Testing. And the special text has no word anymore. That's what I was expecting there. Okay. Character spacing. It's not bad. What? Probably gotta do y divided by 2, but it's still in the wrong position. Seems like it's basing it off the top. 6.56. 6.56. Player ship. Undo 6.6. Oh wait, that's correct because yeah, that's why that's correct. Manager. It also has to move with the camera. I'm gonna do that first, and then I can set the positioning. Manager instance correctly. Okay. The camera moved, I guess. Yo, what's up, man? Haven't seen you. Messing with some UI text stuff, making it look better, I guess, so that I can do some other stuff like show some text on the screen that says you beat the level. So the camera moves, so I'm just gonna do local position. Local position. Where did it go? Shit. Why is it way over there? Oh, okay. So then this is actually 5.2. The camera is centered here. There it is. Okay. I don't actually want it that high. So I'm just gonna set the Y to be 0, or no, 1. Okay, that's a good spot. And then let me just add on plus character spacing divided by 2. And that should push it just a little bit off screen. Perfect. And now I need vector 2s, floats, letter target X, zzz, X positions. Let's see here. So target would just be, well, I don't know yet. Let's see. Letter term X positions dot count 0. Then I'm going to start loading these up. So I'm going to say load width equals letters dot count plus minus character spacing. Yes. So the move is, let's see, move X equals letters 0 dot transform local position dot X minus width divided by minus that's some distance from 0, so let's just add on the width divided by 2, because that's how much, you know, the level manager, oh no, just the width divided by 2. That's how far that would be away from the center of the camera. The first letter would be from the center of the camera, so they all have to move by that amount. So game text letter in letters, letter target X positions equals letter dot transfer position local position dot X minus move X. Oh, this has to be an I, which I don't have. Letter index. This is letter index. This is letter index. So that's all the targets. Now that we have targets, we're going to start moving to them. Again, and there's the same loop here. X is, so game text letter equals letters, letter index, target X is letter target X positions, letter index, distance to target is absolute value of target X minus letter target local position dot X. Vector 3 position letter position equals letter transform that local position. Letter position letter position dot X minus equals letter speed times left time. That is if distance to hold on. Move amount is this if distance to target is less than letter move amount plus this, then we're going to say position letter position dot X equals target X. Otherwise, oh, and then we're gonna I don't know what to do with it then. I guess we'll start a timer on it. or once all the letters are in position, we'll start a timer. Minus equals letter movement. That what's that? Letters in position. Letters in position equals true. As soon as one of them has to move, letters in position. Okay. If not letters in position, do all this stuff. Else, timer to clear. Let's see what happens. That should move the letters. Actually, it should move them all at the same time. That's kind of weird. All right, fair enough. That's true. Should probably not do that. Should probably do add. Oh, okay. It's not what I thought it was going to be. Target X. Move X. Move X is letter 0 transform. Wait a second. Okay, and then it's doing all of them by that. Yeah. None of them have moved yet. First letter, position X. Local position X. Here I'm also doing it right. Local position. Yeah. Okay. Plus the width divided by 2. My local position X. Is how far from the center of the camera I am.
I have a meeting I have to go to. I'll be right back.
Alrighty, dude. And then I want to tack on to that the amount of width. So I want to take that position now and subtract that move X. So I guess let's just see what's going on there. Yeah, he's working on his own project. Oh, what is this weird thing here? Background. Okay. Don't need that anymore. For sure. Alrighty. Width 7. Pretty sure that makes sense. There's 7 letters in the word testing. Character spacing is 1. So move X is local position X. Local position dot X 6.3. 6.3. I guess that makes sense. Yeah, because it's like 11 points something. Well, yeah, I added on half of that. Okay. So I take away 0.5 and it's 5.83. Double that and you get something like 11.87. Yeah. Well, I appreciate you sticking around nonetheless, even if it's just me. Boring old me. All right. Move X should be something like, well, what's width? 3.5, 6.3, 7, 3.5. It should be something like 10, just under 10. 9.8. That's how far I have to move. So for every letter. All right, so let's look at letter target positions. Negative 3.5 is my target. And that sounds right. And then negative 2.5 because they increment by 1 every time. So I'm confident that that makes sense. Let's jump overhead to here. These are my targets. So target X, negative 3.5. Distance to target should have been that 9.8 or something. Okay, yeah. So letter current position, 6.3. Distance to target is less than move amount. All right, I don't have a move amount yet. 1.6 something. Cool. Because my speed is 5. Distance to target is less than move amount, which it is absolutely not. Position.x. So it skips past that. Letters in position is false. Letter position.x minus equals move amount. I'm all the way to 4.6. Letter move amount was pretty damn big. 1.6? 5 times, oh, because I had a gigantic delta. A third of a second delta time. Whatever. Either way, my target doesn't change. It's still negative 3.5. I'm at 4.7. Letter.transform equals letter position 4.7. Okay. Let's just jump to the top of the loop instead. What the hell? Okay, so it'll run one more. What is this nonsense now? Something didn't initialize. Is that me? Is that what's breaking it? I'm not worried about that anymore. Alright, so jumping ahead. Where are all my letters? Did we move yet? Shit, I gotta do like base, 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 transform. 6.2. So it did move. Or did it not? What the hell? So these letters, 4.5. It recalculates this for every letter, which makes sense. Let's make sure this never gets hit. It's paused. Oh, this is paused. This never gets hit, but it stopped moving. I don't know if you could tell, I also added screen shake yesterday. Turn that down. Did my... Oh, my special text died? Is that what happened? Does this thing die after some time? Oh. Son of a... Camera shake. I don't know. Like the camera jumps up and down as if, you know, there's action. So now I figured out why this is like bugging out on me. This object was dying. All right, now it's actually moving to the correct position, except it's off by like 1 unit for some reason. So you can see every time the bullet shoots, the screen like shakes a little bit. Every time the bullet hits somebody. Go ahead and... Okay, so these are actually moving to the correct position. The target position is slightly off because I guess it's not supposed to be the width minus 2, should be the width divided by 2 plus the letter spacing. So character spacing divided by 2 as well. I don't think so at all. I feel like every game makes it, whoa. Oh, sorry, minus, because it's less distance. It's a distance, not a position. I feel like every game has camera shake in it obsessively now. Is that centered? It looks centered with the T there, or fairly centered. Although the character spacing was just a guess by me, so I'm not really sure. But that's pretty damn close. So the other thing that I want is like the delay on their movement. So when they should start moving. So let's put a global timer in here. So they've been set up, so and then if timer is greater than letter index times 0.25 seconds offset for each one. That means that the 7th one is going to be at 1.75 seconds. Let's do slightly shorter than that, 0.2. Then update. So now the letters are going to come in offset by 0.2 seconds. Yeah, all right. It's a little better. Maybe they can move a little faster. And I know that that speed is here too, so 10. Hell, even faster. Not bad. I don't know why, but faster. Yeah. Let's shorten that delay. Public letter move delay 0.1. Oh, so what speed did I get for this now? 40 or something? Letter move delay. Kind of like that. They're still one at a time, but fast as hell. Still looks good. Yeah, I like that. Let's do a little bit with the letter spacing. 0.8. I don't know if I'm going to change the text size dynamically yet, so I'm just kind of hard coding that. Oh, sorry, that still has to go here. 0.8. That's closer to correct. 0.5. That'll be really close together. It's not bad though. Let's see. Okay. Let's do 0.7. This all has to be really short text. That's pretty good, actually. Kind of like that. So I want to do something like that. Or like this. Fox style. Mission complete. In which case the letter spacing would make sense to be smaller here. Yeah, because it's mission complete. That's what they say or whatever, right? That's what Fox says. That's not bad. Now I need like a fade out. Or maybe now it starts changing the color of the letters. Thinking about this now, how I want this to work. This could be interesting. Letter velocity. At this point, I don't know why I just don't put these properties inside the letters. I don't know yet. Those should all initialize to 0. I hope. And then once they're all in place, I'm gonna wait 2 seconds. If letters in position after all this, if letters in position, timer goes back to 0. That. And then if timer is greater than 1 second, start moving the letters off screen. So again, for each letter, copy the same for loop again. Why did that suddenly, oh, there. We're going to start giving them some velocities. This should be interesting. So vector2 letter velocity equals letter velocity. What do I call that array? Letter velocities. Velocities, letter index. Okay. Letter velocity dot x minus equals delta time. That would just float it off screen faster and faster. And then I can say int text letter equals letters. Oh, I should probably populate that array for every letter. Letter velocities dot add vector 2.0. Letter index. Letter dot or plus vector 3. Letter position is letter dot local position. Letter position dot x plus or letter dot position plus equals letter velocity. Wow. I can't do that with a vector 3 and a vector 2. New vector 3 letter velocity dot x letter velocity dot y 0. So that should just move the letter off screen after 1 second. I don't know how quickly it's going to go off screen. Probably pretty slowly. They'll probably all move at the same time, right? Or not at all. Okay. Oh, probably because this timer is not incrementing. That makes sense. All right, 1001. Okay. They're not really getting that much faster. Oh, they're kind of getting faster now. It's just taking its time. No, it doesn't seem like they're speeding up. I'd really like to inspect what that is. What do we got in letter velocities? No, not that one. 16? 16 letters. So it seems like this is copying the value out of the array. So I gotta like slam it back into the array for it to update. That'll at least make sure that it keeps updating. That'll break the code. There, it just sped off really fast. And go. That was way too fast. So let's not just do that. Also, don't move them one at a time. If timer is greater than letter index times what did I do? Timer delay something, letter move delay plus 1 because I had that 1 second delay there off the start because of this 1 second delay. And they'll move one at a time. This is like seriously speeding it up way too fast. That's true because after 1 second, it will have become 1. Oh, and then I'm moving by velocity instead of times delta time. Yeah, so that's why it sped up so insanely fast. So now it'll go off screen just 60 times slower, and it's doing a little stretch, which is cool. But I want to do something even cooler than that. Letter velocity dot y plus equals time delta time. And then, let's see. If letter velocity dot x is greater than, this is gonna look weird. Or less than negative time delta time times 5, 10. You know what? Negative 0.5, half a second. That makes sense. Then letter velocity dot x equals negative letter velocity dot x. Okay. So that'll make it curve around. Oh, but it needs to slow down, so it'll look really weird. What? That's kind of weird. Okay, oh, because it keeps subtracting, right? Else do that. But it like just immediately flips its velocity. So it's gonna go in immediately the opposite direction. Why does it keep doing that? Oh wait, this is kind of the same thing. Because if it's greater than that, it subtracts it. Let's look up something interesting then. What if we can find like I want to say that this is what I want. Let's see, how do I replicate this? Not necessarily this. Maybe. It's kind of weird. I can add in the sine and the cosine to make it circular, and it'll keep increasing. So let's try that, not worry about the if statements. letter velocity dot y plus equals, x. Let's say minus equals, I don't really know. What will I use? The position? Math sine of position I need the letter position, so I need the letter position dot x, and or times 1 over time dot delta time sine. I feel like this should be the opposite. Dot x times. This is going to yield some unexpected results. Some absolutely unexpected results. Okay. Aside from the actual weirdness there, it almost looked right. So let me see here when they start moving. It's kind of moving in a circle. I don't know. I'm gonna need the whole thing to slow down. So first of all, I want to say it should be like this. And I want to crunch that, so I want to increase the frequency. Alright, so let's lower the amplitude. And increase the frequency. Oh boy. They're just still going all over the place. Oh, 1 over times delta. Yeah, that doesn't make any sense. I'll just make that really small. That would be a really large number. Ooh, that's a little trippy. That does not do anything expected. So instead of the position x, what if I just do over the time? Timer, that makes more sense. The timer value increments over time. Where are they going? It looks like they're just kind of staying in place. Maybe doing a sine wave. I don't really know. They're not getting incrementally faster, I know that. Okay, take off this amplitude adjustment. I thought they would just move in a circle. They are kind of moving in a circle. Bigger circles. They're forming a circle. Oh, they are moving in tiny circles and then moving by that amount. But I want those to be bigger circles. Let me get rid of this frequency. Oh wait, no, I want to do the opposite to the frequency. Oh, but I do want a bigger amplitude. Divide by 10 seems like a lot. That almost seems like it doesn't make sense. Okay. They're kind of doing a thing. Where are they going? Where are they going? Okay, that's not really what was desired. And is it because of this minus equals? I don't exactly think so. I'm not perfect when it comes to trigonometry. A little bit of this stuff is guessing. Okay, that's also a neat effect. They're not curving the way I expect though. Let's see, maybe this is, maybe I do need a bigger frequency. Okay. They're coming back, no? They did the thing, okay. So how about smaller amplitude? This is tricky stuff. Not really. Instead of adding it on, can I just set it equal to this timer? Now they're almost not moving at all. Okay, fine. I mean, the timer is continuously incrementing. Just gotta be playing around these numbers all day until I get the one that I want. Tiny circles. If anything, the circles never really change, which is what this is for. However, it's just a little extreme. Okay, so I'm going to put them all on their own timers. This seems a little crazy. So this is letter move timer, letter index. I could just do, honestly, this. Yeah, something like that. And this is just move timer now. So now they're all on their own unique move timer. So they should all have very similar movement. Okay, they do. Now the circles are very small because the frequency is crazy. Now they're doing a gigantic circle. They're pretty much doing what I want. Okay, all right, I like it. Now they're just going way too big. Let's just take off the 20x. Amplitude. I want them to like swirl out of the screen. Not quite. Not quite doing it, letters. It's close, but I'll put this minus back. That doesn't make any sense. It's just gonna go, well, yeah, it's supposed to go to the left, so that makes kind of sense. A circle to the left instead, but they're just going up too, like they're just not going fast enough. So let me just, I like the size of the amplitude. I'm gonna go ahead and do more frequency on the X direction only. So that way it's like oval shaped instead of circular. And that's not what happened. That's not at all what happened. 20 times amplitude in the X direction, not frequency. A little too much. 10 times that. 10 times that. 10 times? Seems like a lot. Maybe just 2. Yeah, it's coming back way too fast. It's interesting that the y is never circling back. The y is never going negative, right? It's never coming back down. It's only ever increasing. I guess I could just set it equal to whatever this is instead of incrementing it. And then maybe it'll stay in similar y position. It does. That's not great. I'm going to use its, well, its current position is its target position. So I can go to letter target x positions, letter index. Oh, that's the x positions. Well, actually, maybe that makes sense. I guess that's what's happening here. I want to move around a specific y position. Alright, so I'm going to do, instead of being target x positions, it's just going to be target positions. Like that. Target positions. Target positions. And this is going to be a new vector 2. And this is going to be letters, letter index, transform local position dot y. So target x, target positions dot x. And that's good. And now I'm going to base this off target. Instead of even doing a velocity, here I can just do the whatever that y value is. Oh no, not plus equals. This is going to be 0. Letter position dot y equals y. And letter position dot x plus equals just this velocity x times the delta time. And this is going to start with letter target positions, letter index, y, plus. So that's going to move up and down while the x goes around. I hope. Not exactly. Let's see. Sine. I guess I don't need this delta time thing here. That'd be a really small movement. It could be that it's just moving such tiny amounts. Yeah, okay. And now it's coming back down. Okay. So it almost looks like a circle. I want definitely want the circle to get bigger. So I want the Y movement to get bigger. I do want that over time. So I can tack on, or I guess I can multiply this by timer. No, yeah, multiply this by move timer times delta time. It's going to be a small value, but continuously get bigger. As the timer gets bigger. At least I thought so. Would I be multiplying move timer? If I just multiply by move timer, it's going to be insanely huge. But it is getting noticeably larger. So it's actually not too bad. Just cut that down. Then the X has too big of a frequency. You know what? I don't really know. And too big of an amplitude. Why is it going so far? And I'm just going to keep playing with these numbers. Almost. Can I do the same thing instead of having a letter velocity? I could just do a very similar thing here and have this ever increasing by move timer as well. And this doesn't really matter. Oops, I gotta set that. So they're just circling around the point. They're circling larger around the point. That's kind of a dumb idea. But smaller circles, which should be achievable by doing this. Or no, sorry. By doing this. But not necessarily. Okay, so I want smaller circle overall or something. Or maybe just a bigger amplitude. 3 times that. 3 times that. And then this move timer. So that the rate doesn't change so much. Kind of, actually. Oh wait, this was supposed to be smaller, right? So like, so that grows slower, yeah. But overall I want it to move faster, so that's a higher frequency. So it has to speed up faster actually, but don't want to just increase the amplitude. I could make it go in circles faster by increasing the frequency. I don't think the amplitude's going to look right. It's not too bad. Man, this still goes up really fast. I almost don't need it, but I do need it if I ever want it to get bigger. All right. So with that divided by or times 2, twice as many, twice as fast going around a circle. Almost too fast. Too many circles. Not increasing fast enough, so let's bring that back. Oh man. Okay. The frequency is too high. And maybe the amplitude isn't high enough. I feel like I just lowered the amplitude. I don't know. We're getting there. At the end, what it was doing there is kind of what I want to happen off the start. You know what I could do? I could start their move timers at a slightly higher value. And then they'd be further along. Although 3 is a lot in their circle. That kind of looks off. And then this is going to vary based on the size and speed of the circle, so this is probably not a good idea. But it does give me a higher value off the start. I won't mess with that. I do want it to increase faster though. For the X, let's do like 10 on the X. It won't be a circle anymore. That's kind of right. All right, hold on. Let's do more. Kind of getting there, I think. It's too big. It's increasing too fast. That's not bad, and then it would disappear. So that one wasn't increasing fast enough. So let's, at least I don't know. I could also increase the amplitude by a lot. Probably. That's too much, okay. Let's do something smaller. And then I'm gonna increase this. Kinda scared. Ah. That's kind of what I want, but it goes too far to the left. I kind of want it to like, I can, this is going to be weird. Letter target positions, letter index dot x plus equals time 2. What did I just do? Cannot modify the return value because it's not a variable. What? It's a list of vector 2's? Do I have to do some weird thing? Bear with me. So I'm going to pull the letter to the right. That's a little too fast. But it kind of does the thing that I want. All right. And then I'm going to add more delay, because watching them all move like that is weird. Ah, it's moving a little too fast still. But it's also not moving fast enough at the same time. weirdly enough. Maybe just pull this back. And then on 0.75. I just can't let it go. Oh, that moves really fast. Okay. Come on, damn you. There's a nice initial, and then goes and gone. Okay. I don't need it to just continuously circle around, although that is kind of a cool effect. I imagine that'd be a cool flight pattern for one of the ships. Is it too much amplitude now? I'll balance this thing out. I feel like that's not going to fix it. Also, the Y does not, it kind of does. The Y needs to increment just a little bit faster than the X does. Oh, that's way faster, hold on. Well, that's twice as fast. Yes, don't go off screen. Ah, kind of went off screen there, 0.75. That's not. And then the other thing, the Y amplitude is fine. We can probably bring this back up or compromise 25. What the hell have I done? 0.75, 0.075. Oh man. And that's pretty fine, honestly. Let me add the delay and see if that helps. Move delay like times 5. It's a little slow. Not exactly like a tornado of letters. They're supposed to speed up on the x-axis. Faster, honestly. Oh, Julio's back. What is up, man?
Oh boy, that was a long call.
Was it?
I think so. Yeah, it was an hour.
That's too
I was
much.
going for an hour. You didn't even know.
Oh man. Okay.
Oh. Yeah, I just had this chat with this guy from Crypto Voxel. Pretty cool dude, and he's got a lot of interesting things to say.
Interesting. He sounds interesting.
Oh, and he had this interesting hairstyle. Oh, and drove this interesting car. It was interesting.
All right, this is getting a little better. Okay. So let me
A little better.
start moving it.
Nothing better.
And
Just came to tell you to take a shot.
I could.
Take a shot. Come on, take a shot. What's in the box?
As soon as I'm done.
Alright.
Come on. Not bad. That's too far. And off screen. Alright, now there's like way too much delay between the letters. I don't know if you can see this at all.
Let me see. Are you sharing? Yes, you are.
So I'm like,
Do it.
I don't know if you remember those like texts I had on screen that like every time your weapon powers up or every time you save somebody, it like flashes on the screen like power up with like this black bar bullshit. And it, like,
I don't entirely remember that, no. But that sounds
never
cool,
pay
yeah.
attention.
Dude, I'm broke.
Anyway, so this is my replacement for that for now. Hold on.
Nice. I like that letter thing.
I'm trying to get them to leave the screen in a cool way, kind of like that, but it's taking way too long.
Exactly.
And
It looks cool.
yeah.
It's just slow.
But I don't like. Okay, if I speed it up, then the initial speed is just way too slow. Watch. It like inches along there, and then they're all kind of moving together, which looks really weird too.
Oh, you have
I want them to one at a time, like flick off to the right and then swoop back around to the left, right?
What are they following? A path?
No, just basically a cosine and sine, like circular formula.
How come they increase in speed over time? What's causing that?
I'm increasing the amplitude of the sine wave off of a timer.
I think that's your biggest issue.
Why is that a big issue? But that's what I want. I want them to move further. I want them to start off in a small circle and then whoosh off into a big circle. Or like just whoosh off.
Yeah, no, I know. Your max range of like the X on those positions needs to increase. Yes, but the way that you're doing it, you're affecting the speed at which it gets to those points. Because it's all linked. You have the path linked with the, like, it is the amplitude. So by you affecting the amplitude, you're affecting its speed over time, which is why you're getting that really slow like beginning, and because that's how the sine wave is going. That's how the sine wave builds. Your path is correct. What's wrong is the way that the speed at which you're moving through that path.
I have to increment the speed much faster. Not really. I mean, the amplitude does have to get bigger over time, right? It's like an ever-expanding circle.
For path, yeah, I think you should use that to create the cosine path, but then moving the letters on that path should be done differently.
They're both the exact same thing.
I don't think so.
They are. There's no path and following a path. They're literally moving every frame by some amount dictated by the sine and cosine.
I know, but it's like I don't know how to explain it, but I can kind of see
the path literally is their movement, right? So
I know,
moving them along a path is no different.
What I'm saying is that it should be different, because if you create that path doesn't have different values depending on it. It's just a path, right? Like if you drew a line with a curve, it's just a curved line. It's not like, oh, this value plus that value then decreases this value, then switches to that value, all that data. You don't need that. You just need that path. Then you move at a constant rate across that path. Obviously, right now, you're not moving across a constant rate because you're moving at the rate that the path is, because you are the path. You need them to be two separate things. You need, the path and your movement to be separate.
Okay.
But right now, they're linked They're linked to be the same thing.
That's because the path is generated off of time,
Right.
right?
Right.
So
Exactly. Because of the cosine.
if I pre-generated the path,
Uh-huh.
which I can do, I mean,
Yes.
I have to know how long the damn path is.
Like where to cut it off.
Yeah, I mean, I have to store basically an array of positions in that sense, right? Based on how fast that they move. If they move at like, you know, 0.5 units per frame, and it takes 2 seconds for the animation, then that's 60 frames. That's 120 frames times 0.5 seconds. That's 240 frames. 240 array positions per letter,
Jesus.
which isn't too bad. But that's the path, right? I mean,
Yeah.
I can do that, and it might not be that big of a deal. Let's see. I mean, it's not a bad way to do it.
And then if anything, you can change your ease across that path, however, if that's simple enough.
I don't know. Not as easily. I mean, that would happen in the generation of the path,
Gotcha.
probably. So another problem now is that I'm assuming a constant rate across the path.
So tell me something. When you make the path, are you just saving a series of X and Y positions so that where a line is straighter, there's less
Yeah, so I
vertices
mean,
in there, and around a curve, there's a lot more vertices?
kind of. I mean, the
Because
distance
if
is
you then
gonna.
move through that path at a constant rate, of course, it's going to look like you're moving slower through the curves because there's just a lot more frames in the curve than there are in the other stretches.
Yeah, that's gonna be a problem. Well, I mean, the current way that I think about pre-generating the path is that I just saw your message saying your nickname is the tornado. Um, if I pre-generate the
Oh, what?
path
I didn't say that. What are you
based on
talking
how I'm going to move the objects, then the path that I create is going to be the exact same as if I move them anyway.
Mhm.
I'd have to create a path that does increase in amplitude over time, but doesn't increase but somehow doesn't increase. I need all the positions in between those positions too. Because as I increase in amplitude over time, the positions will start to get further apart from each other. Um, yeah, that's not really, I don't know if that's going to work. So let me hold on that for a second. And I think if I,
Yeah, so this crypto voxel uh,
what if I start off the frequency smaller or larger? 2.0. by some value that's, or actually, I could always just do instead of linear growth, just some kind of exponential growth. That doesn't make any sense. Does that make sense? That doesn't make sense. I'm just increasing the x even faster. But it should be exponentially faster. Okay. Definitely not what I want. One. Positive x, positive y, I guess. Guess I could move them again. And then that goes way too far. Alright, so don't move it, but have a way bigger amplitude.
Could not meet properties of undefined.
Oh boy.
Terrible returns promise.
0.025 exponential 20, but it's not. Let me go 100, and let's see if that's even good from the beginning. Maybe I don't have to increase it at all. Yeah, maybe the x just doesn't have to increase and can just stay this. The x movement can just stay constant while the y movement increases. And maybe that makes more sense. Oh boy. That's kind of insane. Okay. So that's still some very large number because I'm not multiplying by the move timer. Oh, why did it instantly shift or something? Plus 5 times the move timer times 1.5. Why would it instantly be in the wrong position? Where is it? Oh, it's in the same position as the other M? Wow, that's awesome. Is that because it's 1 is equal to 6, 7, 8, 9, 10? And now it's moving. What? This is going to be all whacked. They're the same thing. Okay. Oh, right, because the X isn't getting any bigger. Son of a bitch. 100 times that. But I want it to increase very quickly. Or I can start it off small, but increase it very quickly. Driving me nuts. Well, it's not too bad. But now the Y is increasing not quickly enough. Let's swap these back because I like the direction it was going the other last time. If I did minus, well, it would end up flying off in the opposite direction. That's not bad. Should go down and back up around instead of going up that way, it'll go down. Okay, maybe start off even slower, but increment even faster. Not too shab. Maybe even fast. Okay, start off even smaller. 0.5. But increment even faster. Over time. Incrementing too fast. Okay. It's a little slow to start. It does wait 1 second.
That one
That's
only
kind of right. Okay.
Why does that only return 1? Damn it.
All right, that's kind of right. Another thing I can do is just slowly move them.
You did it.
And there they go. All right.
Did it work?
I'm getting there. I'm getting there. Now I'm gonna turn down this delay. I might turn it off completely. And then increase this delay. Double it.
I think there's only one collection that has. Yeah. These galactic apes.
So
They
it's
look
not the
fucking
delay.
cool. Have you seen a galactic ape?
No.
It's an NFT collection. Looks pretty cool. It's a pixel art style, what you would imagine a galactic ape. If your imagination was badass.
No, it doesn't even go off screen.
2 of them showed up. How cool.
Ah, we're almost there.
As long as you see it in the horizon, that's all that matters.
I do see it in the horizon. In the horizon.
Ooh, got him.
I mean, it's kind of all right. I might just stick with it for now. And then, well, let me kill the letters after. So if letter is not equal null, kill it. If letter position.x is less than character spacing, destroy letter.gameObject. letters, letter, index equals null.
Did you take that shot?
When I'm done.
You said when you finish the stream, you finish the stream.
I didn't finish the stream.
Oh, I thought you literally said, and the stream is done.
No, I did not.
Not
What
recently,
in
but you
the
did
hell
say that.
happened? Oh, because that's local position. Whoops. Is less than, what would I call that? I don't know. How did I do this before? Where did I position them or something? Camera initial size. Negative camera initial size X. Yeah, is less than negative this minus the initial size dot x divided by 2 minus character spacing. Adobe Animate. Cutscenes? Oh, what kind of cutscenes? I guess they're like making a movie to play. Alright, get the hell out of here and kill, 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 kill. That wasn't too bad. I mean, what do you think about this? I feel like it could be a little better, but I'm overall kind of okay with it.
Let's see. Yeah. I like it.
It's alright. It could be a little faster, but...
by like a half a second, if that.
Yeah.
And I think if you gave it a sound effect, would just icing on top.
Oh, you know what I didn't think about? What if I just make the timer go faster? Oh.
Then you got that momentum thing again. Wait, it's amplifying by 2 each freaking frame?
No, it's doing a lot of things, but each letter is on its own timer, and that timer is what gets plugged into the sine cosine values, right? So that the circle gets generated off of that timer that's constantly incrementing over time, and they're, the sine waves and cosine waves are bouncing back and forth over that time. So they're all going to have the exact same loop. But I was thinking like, oh, what if I just increment their timers twice as fast? And then they'll move twice as fast. With the same motion overall. Yeah.
Did. That was pretty good.
Yeah, and now I can add some extra delay. So that they don't all move at once. The entire thing will actually take the same amount of time now, but there will be some actual delay.
Really? Let's see.
Between them, a little bit more than before. So that's actually a little better.
Yeah.
But now I want to move them even faster now that I figured that out.
I think you should cut the overall time at that point.
It's going to take 3 scenes, then I'll connect them in Filmora. Never heard of it.
Filmora? Yeah, it's editing software.
David Winsans is going to be doing a lot of video editing for a cutscene for the game, for his game. Oh, that's actually great. I like that a lot.
That sounds like a very depressing scene.
Filmora?
A cutscene?
Oh. Now I wonder if I need
Ouch.
these high values.
I thought you said it was perfect.
It's, oh god, it's so close to perfect.
I thought you said there was no other living man whose code could come close to touching this, because I won't let them touch it.
The living man?
Yeah, so like, if anybody's got a corpse, boom, easy access.
Yeah. That's how you break all the encryption of my code.
He's alive? Oh, come on, right this way.
And yes, I encrypt every line of code individually.
They call him the encrypt keeper.
The C# happens at the end of your game. The CS. Oh, the cutscene happens at the end of your game. The cutscene in your game, it happens at the end? Like an end movie? Like in...
It's like, congratulations, here's a movie.
Kind of. I mean, that's how a lot of games work. It's like, here's the end. You earned it.
Yeah. Yeah. Editing takes so much time, too. It's like that's why people have that like lazy modular editing now, where it's just like complete cuts.
Just want to learn how to make cutscenes. Yeah, the cutscene in my game happens after 2 stages of your game. Why do you keep saying your game? Like, you mean like my game? A game that I made? Or a game that I would be playing?
Didn't you just do a cutscene?
No, he said yes, the cutscene in my game happens after 2 stages of your game.
What? Cross promotional.
You mean the YouTube video game? I don't know what you're talking about now.
You don't understand. He's you from the future.
He'll show me when it's done. All right. All right. All right, so I'm going to leave this in the current state that it is, but I have a lot of work to do in terms of... My whole goal was to do like level switching, swapping between levels. And all I did was like try to come up with this text. And, well, kind of got something out of it. Let's see what happens with like a shorter string of characters, honestly. Great. How about just great? Great. Okay. It's all right.
It's great.
You don't know.
That's
all
great.
Right.
That's real great. That's real great, bro.
So I got show level stats. I don't have that. Level clear, after boss, zone clear. I can make that up. Level start. Right, so I got show level stats. That's a big thing. So special text, fix it for other things. So a couple of things. There's like power up, rescue, level start, level end, world end.
Ender.
So those are all the special texts I gotta do. Switching levels. And this was supposed to take 1 day. It's been 2.5 hours.
No, you were like, 1 day I'll do that.
There's also question marks after it. So the question marks were there for a reason.
Because you never intended to do anything. It was just a question.
I intended to question it.
Pretty sneaky, sis.
Show level stats. So this is going to be like just a UI thing that pops up that shows you enemies killed, or I guess points, enemies killed, hit percentage, I don't know, or just total hits. I think maybe hits is better. That's what Star Fox did.
Yeah.
And I think that's good enough. saved. People saved out of x out of x. Saved x out of y. Maybe that. Yeah, and hits is just like one for every bullet that hits something. So even this is like not a good stat. Like that or hit percentage is still not a good stat, because once you get stronger bullets or like power ups, the bullets just go all over the place and you can't really control them. So I'm just gonna go with enemies killed. Players don't care. Yeah, I don't know. I'm just thinking of things that make sense. Like if somebody was trying to optimize something by seeing this screen. Otherwise, there's no reason to show the stats at all. I could nix the whole thing, but
What happens if you push an array to an array? Do they become one array?
depends on the language or how you're doing it. Sometimes they just merge them, right? It like packs it onto the end. That's very common. You just want to make more work for yourself. Sometimes, if it seems like if it's a good enough idea. If it's not a good idea, I guess I won't do it.
Concat. Concat.
It just seems like in shoot 'em ups, people care about at least points or something, right? That's my guess. Well, hopefully it's not to watch me obsess over the circle numbers for letters flying off the screen. But I appreciate it. Yeah, so I'm done. I will catch you tomorrow, if anything, and try to finish off, hopefully, this before the week's over. And maybe I'll just throw this in there just so that this whole section is done. And then we can start World 2 next week. Or some level design stuff. Either way, take it easy.